Hi, welcome to Hearsay. This is your host, Diane Neal. And with me, as always, is my trusty producer, Danny. Hi, Danny. That was quite a face.
Hey, Diane. How's it going?
It's going. Should we start with a vocal warm-up?
Let's do it.
Okay. In case anyone out there wants to join along, it's a real specific origin for this one. It is the Women's Shakespeare Company, which was a theater company in New York at the turn of the previous millennium. And it was run by my friend, Kellyanne Sherman, who gave me my first real acting gig, which was in the Women's Shakespeare Company. And I played Ophelia and Horatio. And you might be thinking, wow, Diane, and Hamlet, because those are huge parts. To which I would say, no, Danny, it was for Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. So I was on stage for a total with both characters of 3 minutes in a 3-hour production. However, one of the things that we would do every day is they had this vocal warm-up. And so in between each thing, you add one thing and you start over with your breath from scratch. So take a breath. Tell me when you're ready. One hand.
I am ready.
Okay.
One hand.
One hand. Okay.
One hand.
One hen, two ducks.
One hen, two ducks.
One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese.
One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese. I said that a little strange.
Yeah, it's like I go with it. You know what? If I'm doing like an accent, I'll do this entire vocal warm up in the accent, and then I'm like good to go. Like here,
Nice.
we run three. Like okay, so just throw out an accent for me, Danny. Could be offensive, could be not. Doesn't matter.
What?
I'll go for any. Now's your chance.
Someone was asking if we do a good Scottish accent, if either one of us.
Scottish
and
accent.
I do not do a good Scottish accent,
I've got to be honest.
but I think you
There's
do.
nary a person alive that can do a Scottish accent very well. Like, just not done. Generally
I feel like that was
speaking,
pretty
it's a
good.
very difficult
That was-
accent. Thank you, Danny.
I feel like that was
Thank you,
pretty good.
Danny. Well, there are many different kinds of Scottish accent as well. So it's really finding the right Scottish accent, doing that one, doing it really well, that kind of thing. So you say, one hen, two ducks, three squawking geese.
One.
Your turn. But you can do it in any
One
accent,
hand.
anything you want.
I'm going to do the American accent because
Okay.
that's the one that I know the best.
You do it well.
One
You do it
hen.
well.
Two ducks, three squawking geese.
One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese, four Limerick oysters.
One hen, two ducks, three squawking geese, four Limerick oysters.
Nice. That was hard with the Scottish accent, but you got
Yeah.
that. Okay. You ready? I might have to, should I give up? I don't know if you're going to be able to do it with the Scottish accent. Hold on. So just go.
We'll see.
One
we'll
hen,
see.
two ducks, three squawking geese, four Limerick oysters, five corpulent porpoises.
One hen, two ducks,
One
three
hen, two
squawking
ducks, three
geese,
squawking
four
geese,
Limerick
four
oysters.
Limerick oysters, five corpulent porpoises.
Five corpulent corpuses.
Porpoises.
Oh, porpoises. I was
dolphins.
going to say, what's a corpulus? Porpoises.
That's a really bad thing. Stay away from that.
A corpulus?
Oh my gosh. By the way, this goes to 12. So if anyone wants to fast forward, now's the time. Or should we? All right, wait. Give me one more accent, and then we'll do one accent. I'll do one more accent. We'll go up to 6, and then we'll finish it some other day.
Could you do a Russian accent?
Russian accent? We do Russian accent all the time, Danny. You and me. What are you talking about?
You're so
Should
good
I
at
call you
accents. It's
Vlad?
amazing.
I call you Vlad. Hello, Vlad. How you doing, Vlad? There was once, guy. This was the worst.
See,
I'm going to tell you a story. So but you know what the problem with this is, Danny? This is too happy for the Russian. You understand? This is too happy. So I must become very
Right.
sad because everything that the Russian says is so sad. It's heartbreaking, but you know what? We can do nothing about it. And so we die in our piss.
And-
You know, like that kind of vibe from like the Russians. So like
No smiling.
there is no smiling.
No
I'm too happy.
inflection.
So this is true story. True story. So basically I am in bad car accident in Los Angeles. It's very bad. This is 3 weeks before I am moving back to New York City. So my car is not ready in time for the move. My car is not ready. And they have to ship my car across country. It's never been driven 1 mile, whole front replaced in car. So this was end of May. May finish, July finish. June never happened. It's August. August, I'm waiting for car to be delivered. They give you window on car delivery. It's like 5 to 10 days. So much worse than cable guy. 5 to 10 days, Danny. You have to wait around. And I don't understand why they just not say 1 to 5 days. Why is it 5 to 10 days? Anyway, so I get the call. The car is coming, finally. I don't know which day, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, 9, 10, I don't know. So then I get a call from the driver. Driver's name Vlad. And Vlad tells me, your street is too small. I cannot bring the giant truck with like these cars, you like to do this. I cannot bring this truck down your street. It will kill everything. And I said, okay.
It'll kill everything.
It'll kill everything. Okay. So when I meet you, Vlad, what do you suggest? He says, she's suggesting the BJ's parking lot. Right? You know BJ's?
Oh yeah.
BJ's is a super club. So
that
it's
kind
not in
okay.
Not that kind of, yes, not the good kind of BJ, the bad kind. And it was in the bad part of town. It was in the very bad part of town. And there was no way for me to get from the BJ's back to my house, except for my car. My car on the truck.
Oh.
My car that the whole front totally replaced. Totally replaced. Brand new, everything.
Okay.
Many months in the shop. Everything finished. So my neighbors and my friends say, hey, we're going to the hospital to get induced for labor for baby. We'll drop you off at BJ's on the way. I say, okay. But I know now, because where they're going, I will never get to see these friends again. Like if I need to get back from BJ's without my car, cannot call them. They will be in the hospital having a baby.
Right.
Okay? So I get to BJ's. I wait. Vlad comes, truck comes. He parks. He's doing crazy things to my car. Pulling chains, popping things. And then finally, his last one come. He gets in car to drive off the truck. But then, do you know what Vladimir forgot?
What?
He left one giant metal hook in the front of my car underneath. He did not see. So when he reversed down the ramp, Daniel, the giant metal hook ripped from the bottom all the way to the top of the front, splitting the brand new front of my car in two. I fell to my knees. I was crying. It was a very bad day.
Of course that happened.
This was not the worst part of my day. Of course, this happened. I have pictures, Danny. I will show you pictures. This happened. Vladimir, I am on my knees crying. This is so sad. Vladimir goes, oh, when he sees. And then he's like, oh, immediately tries to change tack. It's not so bad. Don't worry. My cousin, he can buff it out. And I'll never forget Vladimir doing this to the front of my car. The metal is split in two like this. You buff it out, Diane. Buff it out. That's what I think of Vlad. Every time I think of Vlad, I think of this man. Needless to say, do you know what could not be buffed out, Danny?
Do you know what?
The giant, it could not be buffed out. The giant rip in the metal front of my car could not be buffed out. It's crazy, I know.
Generally hard to buff out breakages.
Even if you are Russian, very hard to buff it out. Oh my gosh, seriously, that was the day. Vlad actually did that. By the way, if you ever want to see the pictures of that, like, I cannot even tell you. I was like, no, just like screaming. I was like, why? Danny, that was the beginning of my life. This was 2013. Do you know what started that year? You know what Murphy's Law is, right? I think we've spoken about this. Murphy's Law is if anything can go wrong, it will. Do you know what O'Doyle's Law is?
You've told me before. What is it?
O'Doyle's Law states that Murphy was an optimist.
Right.
It's like things go so beyond bad. Like they go so far outside the realm of what could possibly be bad. It started then.
Yeah.
Like I'm on this like 9-year cycle of like anything that can happen. Imagine the worst. Now imagine more that you can't imagine happening. And that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be so weird. People are going to be like, that's not true. And you're going to be like, it's true.
Yep. I mean, so nobody foresaw 2020.
Okay, and like to me, 2020 was like nothing.
Right. 2020 was like a welcome reprieve.
Oddly, not for the million people that died or their families. Let's be really honest about that. But in some other ways, yeah. But that's seriously, Danny, that was like on my, then like the moving company held a bunch of my stuff hostage for like another like 15 grand. I mean, the things that started at that period in my life that have never gone back to normal. And I wish I would rather have things back to normal, Danny, than 1,000 funny stories.
What is normal anyways?
I don't know. Not almost 10 years ago, Doyle's luck, I tell you that. Anyway, but my Russian went crap at the end.
Well, you know what? I was going to say, I actually got so into it, I forgot that you were even Diane. Like,
ooh,
I didn't know
good.
who
like
you were, but I just started like connecting with you on this raw Russian level.
Do you know who I was? I was the girl Vlad was never going to get to sleep with. Not after he messed my car up like this.
But he has a cousin that can buff it out.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to sleep with that guy?
I don't know, man. I'm like, dude, I'm so not trying to bone you. I'm not trying to ump your insurance. I'm really sorry. It was genuinely an accident, but I obviously have to take it in somewhere and I have to tell your company.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm so sorry. And he's just like that. And then when I was like, the guy couldn't, he's like, you can't, like, this is not, no one's buffing this out, dude. And then he was like, that was already like that. Like, then he started a whole new like angle. And I'm like 100% no, it's never been driven on the road. It's just been put on a truck.
Right.
And brought here from California. So stop lying to me, Vlad.
You said that was 2003?
No, 13.
Oh, 2013. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's when my life started turning to shit. Yeah. My life really started turning to shit in 2015, but like 2013 was like the beginning of things like that were just so outrageous.
So it was recent enough to where you could have taken like video evidence of the scene. Right on the spot.
And I did. Like,
okay, that's good.
There's tons. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Were you able to get that resolved? Like, did they ever pay
but
for
it just took like, then it was like getting it to the shop and then even getting back home to catch a flight that I kept delaying because I was meeting Helen Hung in Vegas and we were going to open for all these comics. And it started another, it was already at the beginning of like a 4-month shit fest just for that car. And then it started a whole new one.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call life when it's like really painfully, like unnecessarily painful. I just call it fun.
No, I know what you mean.
Know what?
And
it, when life sucks, it's just easier to just channel your inner masochist and just try and say, you know what? This feels really great.
It's like, no, I'm like, well, you can't, because like, I think, the whole like philosophy that like life is suffering, there definitely is something to that, right? And I think normally you always have like one on a real bad day, 2 things like that go on, at any particular time over like, like your e-bike, the way it was delivered, right? So, usually you only have one thing like going on like that at a time. That's like 2013. So that's normal. 2013 started where I would have like 15 of those things going on in a day, 20 of those things where
Yeah.
you're just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, this is all, because that was one of the least crazy things that happened that week.
It's like beyond what anybody should be capable or expected to be able to deal with.
I'm always shocked. Genuinely. I'm always like,
but
oh,
hey,
yeah.
At least you're
I'm amazed I'm alive.
At least you're not Trump. Because, I mean, look at all the things that guy's dealing with. The FBI investigation, the January 6th investigations, the civil cases against him that are very likely to unearth some interesting crime.
You'd like to believe so.
Plus a criminal investigation in New York, a criminal investigation in Georgia, and all of them slowly closing in. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that anything's going to come out of all of that, but that's a lot of investigation. That's a lot. I mean,
yeah, but here's the difference. If I had a treasure trove full of hundreds of millions of dollars that I had defrauded American citizens out of for my imaginary Stop the Steal lawsuits that I was just using to defend myself in every criminal action that I've ever been a part of, I would be okay with it, Danny?
Right. And you know what? You know what's actually even more sad is he's not using that money to defend himself. It's the RNC. The RNC is paying for all of his defense.
They're paying for, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. I wish I could get anyone to pay for my defense, of anything. It would be, it would be incredible.
Yeah.
This is what I'm worried about though, Danny. None of it matters. And if we were sold the bill of goods that the crazy people on the right are sold, which in some cases we are, but we would think this is like an insane violation, induction to Civil War II. That's the thing. We're never going to convince anyone. We're never going to convince anyone that says that, this was like a Gestapo move, by them executing the search warrant on Mar-a-Lago. We're never going to convince anyone that believes that otherwise. And you know what?
Right.
They'd never be able to convince us otherwise.
Right.
We're at a full-on stalemate / impasse. I don't know what to do about it. And the thing is, I don't think really anybody wants to do anything about it because people are profiting off it so much. And even the different news outlets, right? I mean, because everyone's in these echo chambers and it's all self-reinforcing news. The more extreme they get, the more it hypes everybody up and the more money they all make.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to just go hey guys, can we calm down?
I'm really looking forward to there's a lot of suits against various media companies that seem to be successful to some degree. Newsmax, I think, was ordered to get basically they through faulty reporting caused a bunch of harm to what's that company? They're
Dominion voting
booth company. Yeah.
Dominion voting. Yeah.
Dominion. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's at least some consequences to basically outright lying. I don't know about call it justice.
Right. What did that do? What did that do? It almost just self-reinforced. That doesn't mean they shouldn't have done it, but it almost self-reinforces because then the people that watch that news network, she said lightly, news network, but they just see it as further evidence of the martyrdom, that people on the right are experiencing over and over again, the persecution.
Yeah. I almost, okay.
So it's not like they lost any viewers.
Yeah. I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter though. Okay, so even if half of the country thinks that this is all a quote unquote witch hunt, does it really matter? Does that mean that investigators should stop doing their job? That, consequences shouldn't be.
No.
I'm kind of just
it just means I don't know what the.
Maybe there will be a civil war of some kind, but
Well, that's the thing, unless there's some sort of reckoning, right? Like, so either everyone has to just call uncle and be like, hey, we've all taken it too far. Can we just like shake and make up and just like stop lying to rile each other up and be so hyperbolic and dehumanize each other and all that kind of stuff because it's getting out of control. So that either happens or a full-on civil war happens.
Yeah.
The problem is at this point, the cultural differences. So like in any particular given culture, right? I heard it defined really, really well recently. Someone's like, what do you mean by culture? It would mean like if America was like the Mississippi River, each person would be like a drop in the river. And the culture is like where it's going, right? Like this is the culture is the thing that moves all the droplets together. And you can be like a real contrary droplet and fight against the system and do all this stuff, but you're still just one droplet.
Right.
The culture is like this mass, right? So, every culture has this like moving force that kind of carries everybody along with it and informs everything you do and how you believe and everything else. And generally speaking, for the last couple hundred years, that's been really attributed to primarily country, right? So you say like, I'm an American. That's the thing that's the ultimate defining when it comes to a certain set of questions. I'm an American.
Yeah.
But it's changing to this point where everyone says it with a qualifier, like I'm an American, but not one of those New York libs, or I'm an American, but not one of those weird Texas people. And it's like so it's a really bizarre thing where, and throughout history, once the cultures diverge from each other, a significant enough amount, but like within the same, like, so this is supposed to be us, but they're all these like, we're splitting, the river's like splitting. And once they split to a certain degree, they're never going back together again. And so it begs the question, like, are we better than as two separate countries? So we can actually have a cultural identifier?
I mean, I guess I'd be okay with
that. I almost gave like the ultimate like liberal example because all the blue states pay for all the red states.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. California and New York, and now like Colorado. I mean, Texas has a decent economy, right? Like decent-ish, and they're getting more tech jobs there in Austin, but they're not really making the investments that they need to be able to really like ramp their economy up. And Florida, I think, does all right for itself.
Yeah,
but Florida's kind of.
Really
would you say Florida is conservative, or is it still a purple state? Because I know it's purple for a long time.
I would not even call it conservative. I would not be that kind to it. It is Trumpy. That's what it is. It is full on Trump Town, USA. Yeah. It is Trumpalicious. Yeah. It is Trumptastic. It's not purple. It's definitely.
What about the big cities like Miami, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale?
No, well, I'm about to say like it's the problem. The thing with Miami, is that it's incredibly right-leaning Cuban population. Totally negates really any of the liberal that's going on there.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
And then there's not enough to sway the rest of the state. And no, every other city, except with the exception of maybe Key West, like the original Fire Island of the country, like everywhere else in Florida is definitively conservative.
That's interesting.
Or I should say, again, Trumpy. I'm not even going to give it the kindness of calling it conservative. I'm going to call it Trumpy.
Because Trumpism is not conservatism.
It is definitely not.
It's
in any way, shape, or form.
More closer
just by.
I don't know.
It's fascism.
Yeah, fascism. Nationalism.
It's just fascism. Like it's just that. And like classic conservatives are people that actually want to conserve things. Not do that, which is kind of the hallmark of Trump.
Right. Yeah.
He's just all gold toilets in every part of his life.
Speaking of toilets, did you hear the recent news about his toilet habits?
Of flushing things down the toilet, like documents?
Yeah.
Do you know what's
emerged.
crazy? Like, yeah, you know what they needed in the White House in like the Oval Office bathroom? They needed the same kind of things that they had in junior high in girls' rooms for girls who were like just starting to get their period and that needed signs like do not flush paper towels down the toilet. And like, that's the kind of, but they needed that, like, do not flush documents down the toilet.
Do not flush classified information. Do not flush national security information down the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that he tried to burn shit too. Like he tried to burn it. Like, how operational do you think the fireplace is in the Oval Office? He probably set off every fire alarm in the building. There's probably no like ventilation. It's probably not even actually attached to anything. Why? It's probably decorative.
What I don't understand is why. And that's
why would you burn it?
Why is he trying to? Yeah, like why is he trying to destroy all these documents? And don't they have
it's
copies
like those
of
naked
them?
pictures of you that you tried to destroy, Danny. Like,
I didn't try and destroy those. I was trying to sell them. No one would buy them.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
It was quite depressing, actually. I was like, 50 cents.
Oh, by the way,
25 cents.
Stop. Oh, stop. By the way, stop it. Okay, should we put out a tweet for people to join us?
Let's do it.
I forgot about that. Hold on. Getting the Twitter. I don't know where anything is, Danny.
I do have a story for you that I think you might be interested in.
Dígame loco.
Well, I mean, okay, of course, there's been like a lot of different things that have happened. The IRA passed the Inflation Reduction Act, which is huge, passed the Senate. We had the raid of Mar-a-Lago. We had a couple of other things, like big stories, right? But the one that I found the most interesting, at least the funniest, especially since we're kind of doing this whole crime of the week thing, was Alex Jones perjuring himself and getting caught doing
that was
it
amazing,
by the lawyer,
by the way,
while he's sitting on the stand. That was amazing.
That was Alex Jones. Alex Jones. It was. But like, this is what I mean. It doesn't even matter. Like like, thank the Lord, there was a judge that saw through all of his shenanigans. Do you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't buying that with like anything. She was just like, no, like, you can't. May I remind you, Mr. Jones, you're not allowed to lie here. You can't lie. Like, you can't lie. Like, over and over and over.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
At least she saw through it. But like, even then, it doesn't matter. Okay, he's another martyr. Like, that's the thing. There's like no way out of this situation.
Yeah.
Can you tell it's really been bothering me lately?
I mean, how can't it?
There's no way out. Like,
I do like, you kind of touched on something earlier that I feel like I totally relate to. You had said, I think like everything's just random or something. One of my favorite quotes is by that character Rick Sanchez in Rick and Morty, and he says, "Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV." That's just like, I just feel like, is that not just
sums it all
truth?
Up.
Yeah,
it is truth. It's totally truth. We didn't even finish the 6 things of the vocal warm-up, Danny.
I know. Well, it's a very difficult vocal warm-up. I think it would be helpful if I had it like written. Maybe if
I can write it down for you. I'll write it down for you. I'll send it to
you. Okay. What accent should I assign to you? Okay, can you do a Swedish accent?
Well, Swedish accent. It's a very simple accent. And they talk in a lilting sort of way. Do you understand? Yes? Is Daniel?
I think I get it. Yeah.
Very high. Very much no. Let's have a conversation, you and I.
What about
what do you want to talk about, Danny?
Can you do an Appalachian accent?
I thought you were gonna say Tex-Mex, but it depends what kind of accent you want to hear. I'll talk to you in any kind of accent that you want, Danny. But you got to tell me what part of the South. You got to tell me you want Appalachia. What you want? You want Appalachia?
And how does that differ from a Texan accent?
What, like a generalized? I'd say this is more of an Appalachian. Texas, well, a Texas
Texas is
accent
more
is very
long and
different
drawn.
entirely. It's very long. It's very drawn. It's very up and down. It's very direct. It's easy to understand, even for you immigrant, even though you were born here. You know what kind of immigrant you are? You're a born here immigrant. That is the worst kind of scum.
Oh, wow.
Born here, trying to sneak in by being born here in America. You don't understand, boy. You don't understand.
Anchor baby.
I had anchor baby, but like already in, you know. But like your parents was here too. That's the weird part. Like it's like your people. It's like your people planned this for generations.
We planned it since before we were even part of the United States.
You planned it before America was America. That's how sneaky you are. That's how. Do you understand now?
We knew the border was going to cross us.
That's right. That's right. That's why that wall needs broken glass and barbed wire. Okay.
Okay. Now backwoods Georgia.
Oh wait. Hold on. I got a channel.
I actually knew someone
from Georgia.
From like deep backwoods Georgia once, and he had this the best I could explain how he talked was it was like a rubber band that was going because he was like, but
yeah, I don't know, like backwoods Georgia. I don't even know what that. So ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. But if he came from something like it, like was like real.
There you go.
I don't know what you doing. I got a big about bag. Without running anything, got an engine. We're an engine. You can find an engine. You can find a couple tires, right? You can find a couple tires, throw on, you get it going. It's not a big deal. A couple little lids, little oil. Go to Napa Auto Parts. We go to the city for Napa. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like.
That's exactly how it sounded. That was amazing.
That's right.
I love the differentiation
ding-a-ling, 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 ding-a-ling.
Yeah, the various like Southern U.S. accents.
Totally ding-a-ling.
Now
it's the fun stuff you get to say when you get to beep. So get to say all kinds of crap you wouldn't say normally, right? Because it's not polite.
Can you do the standard like New York accents?
Standard New York accent, but like there's so many differences. Like this is the interesting thing. You see, like the gentleman caller that we're talking about. The gentleman caller, he's really interesting because he grew up in Manhattan, and he totally has like a New York accent, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's not like a greasy meatball kind of accent. It's like a really subtle, but it's definitely this is which is it's it's along these lines. Well, not for nothing. Like this is what it sounds like. Yeah, it's just kind of like this
subtle.
And
it's
then you
there,
just,
but
and,
it's
and,
like
but it's
not.
But it's that kind of rhythm too, Danny. Like so, but you add like so if you're a New Yorican, right? Like so if you're like Rosie Perez. So you talk in the same way as you know what I mean, but you got the Puerto Rican on top of it. Like I can't do it like Rosie. I'll never be able to do it like Rosie. So forgive that. She knows. We're friends. So I'm like, but whatever accent you've got, you just layer it on to that like classic New York. So you have the same cadence, you got the same everything, but you just add, whatever neighborhood you're from, just that little bit extra.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a good thing.
Can you do it?
So every neighbor, like everybody puts their own flavor on it.
You know what's one of my favorite American accents is
Tell me.
The Wisconsin one. Or the Minnesotan one, I should say.
Oh yeah, I understand. Oh sure. I know that one. Yeah, that's a real Daniel. Oh Daniel. You're real requested one there. I mean, oh golly, gee whiz, you are. Oh boy, Danny. Yeah, well, you want to come up to Wisconsin? You want to come up to Wisconsin and have some cheese?
I would love to go to Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Well,
okay.
I mean, it depends.
Oh, great.
What kind of cheese do you guys have there?
Oh, I want to tell you about my favorite. I like cheese curds. Sorry.
Cheese curds?
Cheese curds.
Oh yeah.
They're squeaky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the ones that you put in poutine.
Oh, Daniel. Oh, that's exactly what's in poutine for our Canadian neighbors to the north. Yeah, sure. I changed over a bit at the end there. I don't know where I went. I went off in my head somewhere, and I was like imagining, and I was like, I love cheese curds.
Okay, I have one last accent for you.
Okay, what you got?
Can you do a New Mexican accent? This one's hard. Not a lot of people are familiar with this.
This one's hard. No, this one's like, no one's familiar with this, Danny. But I'm presuming that because you have it, that it's definitely a New Mexico accent. So I'm guessing that by just doing like an impression of you, that I'll be able to do a New Mexican accent.
Usually it's more like you got to get down from the car. Like they'll be like, "You want to get down?" And you're like,
"Get down?"
Yeah. Like if you're you're sitting in a car with someone and yeah, right. So you have no idea what that would mean if you're sitting in a car with someone, they're like, "You want to get down?"
I honestly would like. I'd be like,
you just parked.
I'd be like,
you're having like,
I'd be like, it's all pops and buzzes, kid. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It means like literally seriously. Like get out of the car, like go, like finish. You know, you want to get down?
Okay, can I give you a really crazy New York one? Can I give you this one? This is like real New Yorkers say this. So I've only known like 3 people that naturally say this, but they're all like born and bred New Yorkers. You got to close the lights.
Oh, you know what? You know what's so weird?
You close the lights. What?
My grandpa says that.
Really?
He'll be like, yeah. And I don't know if that's like possibly, I think they might, in Spanish, you say that too. Because he's like, close the lights.
Like, set out, like.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Cerra la. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's how you say it in Spanish, but yeah, he would always say, close the lights. I was like, you can't close the lights.
Any word?
Can you do Elizabeth Holmes?
Elizabeth Holmes.
Do you know who that is?
Is that the lady that they were fighting about her life support for like a decade and a half?
No, she's the one that she was the former CEO of Theranos, which was an American healthcare company that was supposed to do like full blood testing with a single drop of blood.
Well, in a way, they were fighting about her life support. So,
in a way,
it worked out in the end. In a way. No, so you want me to, I don't know what she sounds like. I don't think I've ever heard her speak.
So she did this weird thing where like halfway through her career, she decided to start speaking really low.
Okay. Wait a minute. I thought like she lowered her voice she just spoke softly.
She lowered her voice. No.
She lowered her voice.
The pitch of her voice.
That is so weird.
And
so you know what? So people would take her more seriously. I bet she read a study.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Do you know
Super
what?
Strange.
If I made my voice deeper, you know, Danny, like I'd get every time I'm at the drive-through, they'd say something like, "Sir, what do you want to order?" Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I want to hear your best impression of it.
Actually hurts.
Try and sound like a guy as much as possible.
Okay, I'll prepare this for next time because I want to do a perfect Theranos lady.
Okay, yeah, we'll get that for next time. So
just give me a different one, just not a specific. Like maybe a specific person, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't. I don't know anything.
Can you do a? God, I feel like I'm running out of options. Can you do a German accent? Oh, I want to know if you can do a Pennsylvania Dutch accent.
Wow.
Is that too specific?
No, I'm just like I gotta like find it.
I just feel like you're acing all of these accents, so like I gotta give you a challenging one.
Bring Brother Brantley down here and we'll build the barn. Yes. No, leave the chicken, Hezekiah. Leave the chicken. The chicken will fend for itself. Okay, Hezekiah, come with me. We have a barn to raise. Praise be. Glass pans, bring the women folk. Let us give thanks.
That was great. Oh. Okay, so before Maddie could respond, And I got a response from Dick Wolf Universe.
Oh, finally.
That was amazing.
The Easter, I'm having way too much fun now. Now I'm addicted. I want more, but you need to keep getting
Yeah.
Oddly. Wait, maybe we'll invite her and then she can throw out one.
That would be great.
Okay. Let's see. Is it good? You all sorted?
Yeah, I think so. She said she'll be joining any minute now. So let's see.
Oh my gosh. I got real deep in there. I was deep. I was in the meadow with Brother Hezekiah. I could feel everyone coming over from yonder.
The only way that I can ever do accents is I have to go full on method. Oh
my gosh, do you want me to give you some accents? I'll give you some accents.
Oh no, I'm no way can I do any accents because I really have to prepare myself. I have to get into that headspace. It takes me a full 30 minutes to start thinking about the life that I would have had to have lived in order to do that accent. Wow. Which is why Dmitry Markov was prepared well in advance.
You did a great job. Do you know what I was thinking of a really specific accent I had to do recently? Okay, so I had an audition for a new Seth MacFarlane show, and the part was to play Marky Mark as a kid, his mom, right? So,
okay.
So obviously it had to be a Boston, right? A typical Boston accent's got its own kind of thing going. It's different. It's not, it's not New York. It's got everything. Anyway. So, and I'm but there's Marky Mark, Mark Wahlberg has such a distinct sounding cadence and voice and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The only way he would get that as a kid is if his parent had that, right?
Right.
So I'm oh my gosh, I need to just do my best Marky Mark impression the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hey, how's your mother? How you doing? You doing all right there, Danny? Yeah, Danny. So if I was raising Mark Wahlberg, I'd talk like Mark Wahlberg. I talk about his things and his family. So I thought that was a really specific thing I needed to do. Talk specifically like Mark Wahlberg. Not like anyone else from Boston, just Mark. He's a good family man. So yeah, he didn't tell me, Danny, how's your mother? Seriously.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fucking genius. And you know what? Shame on you, Seth MacFarlane, for not hiring me. Shame on you. Missing out there, buddy.
I feel like this episode's gonna really it can serve as a really good example of how great of a voice actor you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I thought you were I was of what not to do. Yes, Danny. Yes, I think you're correct.
Okay, I'm curious if you can do, let's see, can you do a Slovenian
How long are we gonna
accent?
Wait? You know why I can't, Danny?
Oh, Michelle is in the lobby.
You know why?
Why?
Okay, do you know why I can't do Slovenian accent? Because none of us have heard Melania speak. Okay? That's why. And she's the only one we know of. Just an empty piece of land over there, on the Adriatic. Just an empty piece of land. No other people live there. It's only Melania, and she never speaks. So can't do it. Melania. Sorry. Just right, Melania.
Shall we admit Michelle?
Well, if I'd heard Melania, then I could at least do something about it.
We're not even sure if that's her real voice, honestly.
I don't think it is. I don't know. That's my imagination. By the way, remember the first time you heard Jared Kushner speak and you were what the hell is that? So wait, I'm going to I'm having a press conference. I'm Jared Kushner. Okay. Just ask me a question.
Did you or did you not try and bribe the Ukrainian government to give you dirt on the Bidens?
MBS is not a friend of mine. I was what voice comes out of his body? Why is it like this? Really high? And, dead bodies, dismembered, Turkey.
Yeah.
What? It's just not what I expected. It's when a beautiful girl and she turns to you and you're oh, and you think she's going to sound like an angel. Hi. And she sounds like this. oh, hi, Daddy. You're like, ah. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Hi,
I've definitely
Michelle.
been there.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm so glad you got
at the Planet Fitness.
Oh, that's good for you.
I was working out.
Good for you.
Trying to.
Well done.
Was like in the middle of something, and my friend Amy was like, Diane just tweeted you, and I was like, what? And I looked, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
That's right. You're here now.
Yeah, you're here now. Like, we honestly didn't realize we were going to tape there. I would have sent you the link earlier. How you doing? How's the workout?
Okay. It's all right. I have a hard time working out, and I have a hard time watching TV because, like, if I work out, my brain wants to do something, and then if I watch TV, my hands want to do something. So I turned on the elliptical. I started watching TV while on the elliptical.
Nice.
That worked.
That's the way to do it.
Okay, that's genius. Yeah, because I haven't been able to motivate. I don't know. That's okay. That's super smart. I might steal that.
So many shows I want to catch up on, and my brain is like, or my hands are like, no, you got to be doing something.
Got to do something. Where are you? I mean, outside of you're obviously outside of Planet Fitness, but where are you in the world?
I got the message. I was like, oh shit. Wait, can I say shit?
You got to put $5 in the swear jar.
But we do. Yeah, you got to put money in the swear jar. Like, that's it. So, like, sorry about that. You know what? We'll mail you with a jar.
We'll give you our
like, we're gonna make this real efficient. I'm just gonna lightly envelope a giant mason jar. Right? I think it's fine. No padding or anything. I think it'll be cool. Right? And then I'm gonna make a giant label for it first, but out of like something really odd that like I shouldn't. Like I used like glycerin and like part of a McDonald's napkin and like just make the label, just like swear. I know when I'm writing swearing. I don't know why I'm having this fantasy about this jar. I'm kind of curious, like if it would actually get there.
The post office would be like, ma'am, what are you sending?
I'd be like, I don't know. He sent it. Like, run out of there. I'd be like,
just blame me.
He did it. Yeah.
It's my producer's fault.
Like, all his fault. Always blame the man.
It's the brown guy.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Look at that guy, that anchor 5th generation, you bastard. Sorry. Just like we were joking around earlier. Okay, Michelle, we were doing and like accent roulette. So if you have any accent you want to hear me try and do, which you might be like, no, Diane, none. I prefer you to stop talking. That would be totally fair to you, Michelle. Like, that's fair. Barring that, though, throw out any accent. Yeah.
I want to hear your best Southern accent. I got to hear your best Southern accent.
Well, what part of Southern accent do you want, darling? I mean, like, seriously. Seriously, just tell me what part of the South you'd like.
Texas. Like, damn, there's even parts of Texas that's $5.
Damn, there are parts of Texas, but Texas is the up and down, real easy to understand. Gonna talk to you the way I'm talking to you. You know what I'm talking about. But that's like pretty direct Texas, you know. But I've been in the state for a year or two.
Dolly Parton, do a Dolly Parton accent.
Oh, Dolly. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, let me see if I have enough like Dolly knowledge to like synthesize that into anything. Well, darling.
It's for Amy for letting me know.
Oh, thank you, Amy, for letting Michelle know. Appreciate it very much. Come on down to Dollywood. We'd love to see you here. But her voice is higher. I got to do a higher because Dolly's a little bit higher than that. Yeah, but she's like,
I'll come back now.
She understands. She understands, and she'll tell you about that Jolene that she met in real life and how she came about writing that song. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm going to work on the Dolly. I don't think I have enough information.
Honestly, though, that was pretty amazing.
It was.
I was impressed.
But no,
it's kind of the way.
I wish all the Dolly.
I could like see her in my head, but I can't like the way she talks and the way she moves her head when she talks. But yeah, her voice is like higher.
Yep, I'm gonna send you like every single. I'm gonna send you all the best Dolly videos now.
Okay, that's totally fine because she's amazing. So like I'm down with that. All right, anyone else while we're in it? I'm trying them all, even though I'm stinking up the joint. Having a good time. Stinking it up. Australian accent.
That's a good one.
It's really interesting is that my best mate's Australian and I do the accent for his kids. And they say, that doesn't sound like daddy. And I'm like, it absolutely sounds like daddy. Absolutely. 100% sounds like daddy. It's what your father sounds like. Doesn't sound like this weird American bloke now. Doesn't. But whatever you want. I understand what he sounds like. Again, this is a bit more Tasmanian if I'm really saying so. Don't tell anyone. Maybe they won't notice. It's my, by the way, that's my, do you know who Hannah Gadsby is? Hannah Gadsby, she's
Vaguely.
A comedian. So they say. I don't find her funny, but she's Tasmanian and she's very popular. So this is actually my Hannah Gadsby. But sorry, anyway.
I was going to ask if that's what I was getting in return for the Dolly videos.
Oh my gosh. No, Hannah Gadsby. No, she's really, you know what it is? She's just really witty and insightful, but I wouldn't really call it like comedy. You know what I mean? It's more like philosophy. Mm-hmm. So maybe, you know what? Because I would consider like George Carlin a philosopher or like Richard Pryor. So maybe she is a comedian. Okay. What do I know? Honestly, I know so little.
It's not an accent, but will you do your Chris Maloney impersonation?
Oh my gosh. I'm just like wearing a beard. Okay. The best, by the way, the number film thing okay. With. I'm like, this is my favorite. Check this every time. Maloney has this hilarious thing. So like, you know when he's like busting people and like, you know, he'll grab them from like behind, you know, with like loop his arms up under their arms. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But his hands are always like this. They're like, he's always like in the Kung Fu grip, you know, from like old action figures. He's just like, you know, and then, but of course, like, cause everything is butt out. So like, butt on display, like that commercial you sent me. I was done. Okay. So butt out, shoulders back, and then every episode, just watch it. It's like amazing. And then when you're in the room with it, right? And you gotta like get out of the way. You gotta get out of the way for the butt. Like you gotta like move a little. You gotta right, left. You know, get away, give it some room. Because it's like having another person in the room with you, right? Because it's
right.
It's just
okay. I asked you that one for McCall. Her birthday was the other day.
Oh, McCall.
She's awesome.
So wait, what are we? So what? So do we sing to her? What's happening?
Oh,
I think she's asking for the impersonation.
No, yeah, that's why I was asking for the impersonation because she's like a huge Maloney fan. I was trying. Me and a few others were trying so hard to get him to acknowledge her birthday. He finally did by liking a tweet. That wasn't even her.
Good.
It was me.
Oh,
it was me being like, "Hey, her birthday was yesterday. Say happy birthday."
Let's just sing. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wait. We should all wait. Let's all take an accent first and do it. Okay. You got a good Southern accent? Michelle?
Who, me? Or
yeah.
I'm from the South. I hope so.
No, okay, but like, all right, so do your best New York accent.
Oh my God, my best New York accent.
We're gonna sing happy birthday in accents, okay? So I'll do Southern, you do New Yorker, and then Danny, you do Valley Girl, okay?
Okay, perfect, because I already have that accent.
All right.
So.
I'm trying to think of who do I know that does New York? Who's a New Yorker that I
don't know. You ever watch Friends? You ever watch mob movies? It's terrible.
Okay, I got
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday. Dear, lead the way home, Michelle. Lead the way home, sister. Come on. Oh, happy birthday to
I think I went opera.
All right, I'm gonna pass around the money hat. Pass around the money hat. You put your money in there because you're like, oh, you're so good at this. You're so good at this. I'm gonna pass around that money hat for you. You understand?
Here's
you understand?
The tip
jar. You know what?
jar.
Because you're a woman of the South. Is that the tip? Is that the same jar as the swear jar? Tip and swear, same jar.
Yep, same as the swear jar.
You know what? If I'm tipping for Jesus, might as well swear for Jesus.
There you go.
I'll do it.
There you go.
Now
That's right.
Now we just gotta jack our hair up. Hide.
Oh, we gotta get real big hair. Yeah, a real big hair. And
Just some
frankly,
wig?
both of us need a lot more color in our skin. We need to like find some of those illegal tanning beds and just like pop on in. Get on in there.
Oh, wait a
Cover
minute,
your eyes, but only if you have to.
I got it. I'm like super tan everywhere else.
Good
Just
for
not
you.
my
I ain't
face.
never been tan a day in my life. You know, just never happened.
I don't
Never
know
happened
why.
for me. Like
I
growing
tan so
boobies, just never happened. Oh, good for you. Okay, all right. We're literally going. Thank you for joining us. Is there anything you wanted to like before you go? Before we're all going, like it's not just you.
There was, and now I can't remember.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you from thanks for like jumping out of the Planet Fitness. Are you going to go back to
Anything
the
for
elliptical
you,
now?
Diane.
Oh my gosh,
No,
I'm so proud of you. That
I'm
makes
done.
me like I need to work out. You're done?
I'm done.
Thank you.
But this was a wonderful ending to a very shitty week. So thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Boo and hiss for poop
Yeah.
weeks. Nobody likes them. I'm sorry.
Hey Michelle, can you do us a favor?
Sure.
Can you tell everybody watching this on YouTube to like and subscribe?
Everybody on YouTube, subscribe.
Yes.
Wow.
And
I
ring
didn't
that
even know he was
bell.
going to ask you that. Like, and that was well done.
Everybody
You know
do
what's
it.
like? I hadn't. Oh wow! I'm scared. You better.
Sorry.
I love
That
it.
was good.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
All right. Get home safely.
I will. Bye.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Send me the videos.
Oh, yes, I will. I'll have Amy help me find the
Awesome.
best ones.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. Bye. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Toodles.
Doodle. Hey, that was fun.
How heartwarming. That was amazing.
Good for her for doing the elliptical, man. Go, Michelle.
The
I have
elliptical,
been
the
absolutely,
accents, the singing,
seriously,
and telling
100%
people to
down with
like and
everything.
subscribe. Yeah.
I know that was really good. Well done, both of you.
She did fabulous.
Like I had the simplest audition earlier. Like I literally had like 3 lines, and like, but my buddy Caroline was like reading off camera for me, like over the phone, and it was hilarious. Danny, I had 3 lines. I think I messed it up like 3 times in a row. I messed the first one, then I messed the second, then I messed the third, and I was like, oh, now I got it. Like, but it was hilarious. So like, good on Michelle for being able to do like just immediately, just off the cuff, boom, perfect.
She killed it. She killed it.
Yeah, she did kill it. Thanks, Michelle. And Danny, thanks for wandering with me these last few
Yes, ma'am.
hours of the two of us, and talking, getting closer, driving my neighbor side.
I was kind of hoping
Thanks,
you'd keep
Danny.
singing because I was getting down.
Oh,
See, that's
good for
that's
you. Are we gonna
probably
do
what
this?
most people think when you say get down.
So, by
most
the
people
way,
probably think that.
Yeah, they probably, that's what they do. I just want to acknowledge that, remember last episode, we had all these grand plans of like, this is what we're doing now, and everything's going to be on schedule. So cheers to us for getting back on the horse. Okay. Despite instantly messing up again.
We only missed 1 week this
Couple
time.
days.
So
3 days.
yeah.
No, we missed what? 3? No, we missed like 3 days.
Well, I was
Wow.
kind of thinking we'd release this one on Monday. Unless you want to do another one.
I thought it
before
was for like out today. That's why I was trying not to make any mistake. Damn it.
that. Oh no, that boat sailed.
Oh, is it really? That's
Well,
honestly what I believe. That's honestly what I
yeah.
believe.
I figure we
Two
might as well
part.
just
Can you
release
teach me
on
how to
Monday.
do it, and I'll put it together? Because now I feel like it's 2 part. It's not. It's 2 part advanced.
No, it'll be
For
fine.
100. Oh my god.
We can. Well, we'll see. I'll get it done as soon as I can. We'll release it then.
It's not going to happen till Monday. I'm sorry, people.
Probably.
I don't know who. You know what? You just need to like, hi, buddy. I'm gonna kiss you. Come here. I'm gonna kiss you. Who wants a treat? I know he can't hear me. So can you do me one huge favor?
Of course.
This very last little bit, even include this if you want. Just this from where I thought it was coming out, at the beginning of our misunderstanding, this last minute.
Yeah. Remove that.
Will you just cut that up for me as soon as possible?
Yeah.
And we can post that up as to why there's no episode this week.
Sure.
Because it'll be hilarious.
Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, I will.
Just send me a chunk. And then I can refine from there, my friend.
Okay. Sounds
it'll
good.
Be a sort of explanation. So everyone
we'll
says that I should put in. Sorry. Everyone says that I should put a button on the show. And so here it is. Here's my final thought of the day. You know what? Danny? Just came to me. You know what the button should be every episode?
What?
See, I waited for you to ask what. I could have just said it. I know I could have. I just wanted the dramatic moment. I'm sorry, Danny. Okay.
What should the button be, Diane?
Oh, thanks, Danny. God, that was a good take too. Well done. Okay. Thanks, Danny. It should be, these are the 3 things I'm grateful for this week.
Ooh.
And
what are the 3 things you're
grateful
grateful for?
Wow.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Number 1. That worked on so many different levels, Danny. That worked in 10 different ways that I could see just right off the top. That was so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's gonna keep me going forever. All right. Then I'm gonna make you listen to 3 really long, drawn out things now. No. Number 1, I'm really grateful for you. I know it's been really rough stretch for both of us, but I'm really great. You're fun and you're pleasant and you're just an enjoyable way to spend some time despite anything going on in your own life. Just a ray of sunshine.
Thank you.
Ray of New Mexican sunshine. So I'm pretty sure you're on the flag.
Oh yeah. And you get, if it's New Mexican sunshine, that means you get about 345 days of sunshine from me.
That's not too shabby. I'd say that's on the high end. Yeah, that's on the real high end.
High enough to give
on
you
the
skin
extreme
cancer.
High end. A couple standard deviations. Yeah. Are we talking basal cell or melanoma? Maybe squamous?
Maybe both.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus
only
peeling skin.
Ew.
And
wait, hold on. Where are you taking this, Dark Man? This was literally 3 things I'm grateful for. Number 1 is you. Full stop. Peeling skin or not.
Thank you so much.
And it's true. Number 2, I am grateful for the animals because they're hilarious. And I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have them. They make me laugh all day, every day. I'm including Charlie, of course, and Velvis, and my mother.
And didn't you adopt a new animal recently?
You mean Jody the alligator?
No, you sent me a photo of.
You can't adopt anyone that wild.
Okay, we'll just say Jody.
Dan and Mike adopted the new.
Oh,
the new puppy?
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was yours. Okay, right on.
No. I'm just gonna be truest stepmother. The kind that once had a gay husband, now she's angry. He went on and got remarried and is happy now. Oh, good for him. One of these kind of,
And now he has a gay
stepmom.
husband.
Yeah, they have a dog. You know what I am? The stepmother.
And what's the third thing that you're grateful for?
Oh, sorry.
Week?
Wow. I really went off there for a while. The third thing I'm grateful for.
We're keeping each other on track. Look at this.
Wow. I believe that's a one-way street, and it's you keeping me on track and doing an okay job, kid.
doing a terrible job, because I also take us off track.
Yeah. You know what? I love an old school newscaster. That's my favorite of accents.
Daniel, love it too.
That is the one I enjoy. I'll tell you, the third thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Why not?
That was very original.
I've never said that out loud. But I felt like I wasn't sincere because I said it with an accent.
You know?
But then I was also a little bit sincere. And then I was like, I'll find the right spot for it, Jesus.
It needs to border that line of sincere, but also like kind of acknowledging.
But I'm embarrassed about the sincerity. So like, I'm like, oh, I got to make fun of it.
Yeah. But no.
But I am like acknowledging it. But I also know it's Jesus. I'm like,
you know what? I don't even know Jesus. I've never even met him before, but I'm grateful for him.
I've met him a few times. He's real tall, you know?
Is he?
Big head, huge head, kind of like OJ Simpson big, you know, like weird.
Is it true that
I know
he's
it's
Mexican?
weird to put Jesus and OJ Simpson in the same set. You stumped me, kid. Hold on, you stumped me. The problem. I was trying to think.
Jesus or Jesus?
No,
yeah, I'm not sure.
Here's the thing: he's a global citizen, right? That Jesus. I know he was born in Levant, right, the Middle East, but he's a global citizen. He's a guy. He's out and about. So I think he would identify as Mexican. You know, I bet if he's with Mexicans, he's like, I'm Mexican, and you know, if he's like Jesus, and then if he's with other people, he uses whatever they got going on. You know what? I'd like to see Chinese Jesus. I'd like to see Chinese Jesus. Because that is a hard language to master. And that's how I'd know he's the son of God.
I feel like Jesus and Santa Claus are very similar.
I'm sorry. Please send me that as well, too. I can't. Sorry. Nobody should laugh at themselves at all, let alone that much. But I really just tickled my fancy.
Can you do it?
I just tickled myself.
Can you tell everyone by in a Peter Griffin accent?
Gee, Peter Griffin. It's gonna take a minute. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I have to work on it. I haven't listened to Family Guy in a long time. But everyone, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what other people think. Doesn't matter what Seth MacFarlane's thinking. Didn't matter that he should have hired me to play Marky Mark in his soft-spoken Boston accent. But whatever, he doesn't want to do that. So, yeah, go back. Go back.
You're like the second hand on a clock of accents right now. It's like every 5 seconds you're going to different. I love it.
At that point, when it's like every 5 seconds, Danny, it's no longer an accent. It's just a tick. You know, it's like I've got a severe case of untreated Tourette's, and it's just like a tick tick. Yeah, it's not actually an accent. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Danny, can I tell you a secret? You can make 2 episodes out of this. We'll just release one right now. Okay, here's this. You ready? Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay, and then I know you need to go because I also need to go. Here, get low with me. Just I'm getting. Okay. Sometimes all I need to eat are condiments and jams. Like if I really want a steak. Yeah. So like I really want a steak and I'm like, well, what am I really tasting? And I'm like, the A1. I'm not really tasting the meat. So I'm like, why don't I just take a swig of A1? Yeah. Then I need some like dessert to follow it up with, right? So then I'm like, oh, I'll take like a spoonful of apricot jam, real sweet and good.
Right.
But of course, that sets me. I want to go back to like
syrup.
the main course. Yeah, or chocolate syrup. So then, like, I'll just go through condiments, based on like the kind of cuisine that I like to eat. This isn't like a dieting technique or anything. This is just what I do in the middle of the night when I'm too lazy to cook like a full meal.
Coincidentally, though, it is lower calorie.
I think that's
high in sodium.
It's not helping me. Yeah. But some real loose calories is what those are.
Yeah.
Really?
I do remember working late at my old job sometimes. And unfortunately, everything closes. It's not real close to anything. But I'd still have like an hour of work. I'd be starving. So hungry. And the only thing I had with me was like soy sauce packets. And I was just like, fuck it.
Did you do it? Was it good?
I'm gonna drink some soy sauce.
Did you ever watch that show like Alone?
Amazing.
You sipped it, right?
Yeah.
You know what?
It was great.
Not that different than sake.
That's true.
That actually sounds
More
delicious.
flavorful.
You just made me want to go in there. You want me to go in there? I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get some soy sauce.
Sipping soy
Just a little
sauce.
sip some soy sauce. Sipping
soy sauce.
Sipping soy sauce. It's all the craze. Sipping soy sauce. I could do it for days. Sipping soy sauce. Oh my god!
I love the enthusiasm. It's just so. You really do love condiments.
If anything's worth doing, Danny, it's worth doing with gusto. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Oh my gosh! Can we please make sipping soy sauce?
It's gonna be on Spotify next week. I'm releasing it as a song.
If you can turn that into a techno song, I dare you. I double dog dare you. If you can actually make like a piece of like EDM out of that, I dare you.
Can you sing it one more time again, like very clearly?
Okay. I'm gonna laugh this time though.
I'm already dancing.
Soy sauce. Sipping soy sauce. She's sipping soy sauce by the beach. She's sipping soy sauce next to me. She's sipping soy sauce. She's sipping soy sauce.
You're just so good at coming up with lyrics out of nowhere.
Soy sauce. Sip soy sauce. This is like my T-Pain part. So, soy sauce. How are you on the soy sauce? You see the place popping like you see when soy sauce. She's sipping soy sauce. Oh, that was good. Soy sauce. Yeah. Soy sauce.
All right. Well, I think we should probably cap it off there. That's a nice little.
Yeah, I know.
It's a nice little button of sipping soy sauce.
Please cut some of these up and give them.
Let us know what you guys think of the button of this episode. It's supposed to be 3 things Diane's grateful for.
The 52-minute button.
The most. I just want it to be known. I think the thing you're most grateful for is condiments. Is what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. It is. It's true. Like it should be Jesus and it's condiments. I really got to work on my priorities. I got to work on that. It's Christian. Gosh, you know what? It's Christian condiments. That's my new brand. Christian condiments. When you need Jesus in your mayo.
In your mayo. If there was any condiment that was Christian, it would be mayo. I just want to say that.
Oh, it would absolutely be mayo.
Oh yeah.
It would like 100%. Yeah. Actually, that's the test now. They don't like they used to like test people to see if they were witches or if they were anathema, right? They were doing something bad, wasn't good. This is like the mayo test. Like someone is a Christian if they love mayo.
Oh yeah. And the more mayo they put on this sandwich, the closer they are to God.
Wow.
It's just how it is. But never with the fries.
I think most people.
And you're just closer to the northern border.
Well, is that your friend in the wood chipper? Yeah, you are. But right. I like it. I like it up there. I like Canada because I love mayo on my fries.
Personally, I think mayo on fries is very underrated.
It's underrated, Oh
yeah,
underrated.
So is mustard.
Right.
I love mustard.
Get home safe. I love mustard. Okay, before we go, pick your favorite condiment. Pick your favorite condiment, Danny. Pick your favorite condiment.
Is hot sauce a condiment?
I just want to know what your favorite condiment is. Yeah, but you got to specify what kind of hot sauce. You got to pick you pick your condiment type.
Oh, without doubt, Valentina.
What is that?
It's a me, Valentina. Valentina is a Mexican hot sauce, and it's amazing.
Yeah. How hot is it?
It's not even that hot, honestly, but it's like it has like the flavor, very strong flavor of lime in it as well. So it's like kind of like the whole lime. Yeah, it's super good.
That
What's
sounds
your
delightful.
Favorite? It's not mayonnaise, is it?
Because
if it were, I would.
It isn't.
Okay, it should be mayonnaise because you're a Christian woman.
I love mayonnaise, but it's not mayonnaise. I'm just trying to think about what it was. I'm gonna have to come back to you with that one. I don't know. I love so many condiments. It is a cop out. I really enjoy Worcestershire sauce. It's not soy sauce. It's like hoisin sauce. Like I go crazy over. And then sauce is great. Korean samjang. Like I will eat samjang by the spoonful. Like just get it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I love something they have like in Ireland and England. It's called bread sauce. Like a fantastic sauce. Big fan of any kind of Dijonnaise.
Do you like
I'm a big
applesauce?
Mustard connoisseur.
Apple butter.
I love applesauce. Love apple butter. Maple butter, best kind of butter. Next to honey butter, which is next to salted, sweet cream, European cultured butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
don't get me started on the butters, Danny.
My favorite butter is
Not
country
real butter.
crock with a spoon. Deep fried.
That actually sounds... Wow.
Just
hard. That actually sounds hard.
Unsalted. Spoon. Dip it in the tub. Put it in your mouth.
Yeah. Get it in there.
Get it in between your teeth.
If you don't want it in there, is it like, like, is it like that? Or like, what if you don't want it?
Okay, it's not like that time you got waterboarded in a commercial.
Let's take a picture. Playtex. Playtex, the tampons that will waterboard you.
For when a flow is dangerous.
Wait. Sorry.
Were you supposed to be the tampon in that commercial?
Wait for it. Okay. Oh, that is hilarious. Don't make me laugh, Danny. I'm trying to get this one out. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Latex tampons for when your period violates the Geneva Convention. Sorry.
I love it.
Torture.
I love it.
It's not that funny.
Oh yeah.
It took me so long to get it out. Okay. Okay. All right. Good night, Danny. Thanks for staying up with me. All right. Push stop. Yeah, it is. All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna push stop. Bye, everyone.
Toodles.